Um, okay,
There you go.
there we go. So, what I want to start by exploring are your community, your sort of pet owning community around you, the people, maybe other people who have dogs, maybe friends and family. I'm trying to figure out the most important relationships as a pet owner that you have with
Well,
those around.
actually, Rocky. So now that I live in Arizona, I live in a very rural, mountainous area, and it's
Right.
really beautiful. And I don't have to really keep him on a leash, although sometimes I do because he goes into one of my neighbors' yards, and I
Ah,
don't like that. But we do about a 3 mile walk every day. And then I had another neighbor who just moved in, and she joins us with her dog. So we kind of have like dogs outings, and then we see some other dogs in the neighborhood. We'll come and run out on our walk and say hello. Dogs in this neighborhood are a lot of them roam kind of around their own yard. There's like the minimum size land is 5 acres here for a yard.
minimum size land is 5 acres.
Yeah,
Wow, you're
we have
properly rural then.
31. Really rural, yeah. So a lot of people treat their dogs like some are work animals, and then some are because there's ranches and stuff out here, and then like people like me, we have pets. Our dogs like live with us, in the house, and you know, it depends
That's
on who the person is.
right, right. Wow, that's so you and those are long. I mean, 3 mile walk is a relatively long walk, I suppose. But you meet other people. So I mean, your closest neighbors, are they very far away from you, or?
No, they're just down my driveway, which is like, a couple minute walk. And then across I'm on dirt roads as well. So it's it sounds crazy, but with the whole way the world is right now, it is amazing. We do not do masks. We never have. No one's been sick here.
Wow,
We don't socially distance. Nothing has changed in Hackberry. When I
right,
go shopping in
right.
town, I don't wear a mask, like no one's scared of it the way the rest of the world seems to be. I
Okay.
I am totally flummoxed over I moved out here originally because I wanted to get out of LA before 2020 elections because I knew something was going to be weird
Right.
here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it
And I didn't think the whole world would go crazy as well, but apparently it has.
mm.
But thank God I have animals. I mean, it's been so great. We go for a walk every day. We get our exercise. He gets to roam around and be more active. I think it helps with. I don't really take him to the vet that often, to be honest. He's never
Okay.
been. I guess I'm anti-vax for pets too.
Are you? Okay, okay.
I did get him one rabies shot before we moved out here because I was a little nervous about being in the wilderness and snakes and all that. But if a snake bites him, there's nothing rabies shot can do anyway.
No, no, no.
That's another story. Um,
Okay.
but we try to stick to the main roads in the summer, when there's a lot of snakes.
So
And
you
they
don't
do have
really.
training for it, which I probably should take him.
What do you mean training for dog training?
For
Obedience?
snake avoidance for dogs. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So who gives that training?
I think maybe the city or the Humane Society here or something, maybe one of the pet stores. I'm not really sure. I have to look into it, honestly. My mom, she lives in Tucson. She told me she took her dog to that. So a lot of people like it just, I guess it depends where you live. The United States is so big that it's really,
Oh, sure,
um,
absolutely.
you can't really and right now, like the way I live now is so different from the way I used to live in the city. So
Oh, and what do they do with this training? I'm curious. Do they kind of scare the dog so that it never goes near anything that resembles a snake again, or what do they do?
I think so. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, I think they just get them to not like poke into holes and things where snakes live. And then if to see a snake or to see something move like a snake, they'll try to make them run away from it and not go towards it. But I'm not totally sure.
Okay, okay, cool. Anything else like that? Any other kind of relationships that you have? And it doesn't need to be with people or trading. It can be with stores or shops or anything. I mean, you've already mentioned you don't really hang around. You don't really take him to vets or have vets nearby. So
Yeah. I order his food online from Amazon, or if it's an emergency, I get it at the grocery store. But he's not really very picky, and he's a mixed breed, so he's pretty healthy. I mean, I think mostly the purebreds are the ones with a lot of health problems. We used to have a Maltese as well. he he actually bit.
oh,
It's
really?
funny because yeah,
They're
and he
inbred,
bit.
though, aren't
This
they?
is
A
when I
lot of
was a
them.
kid.
Sorry.
And this is when I was a kid. We had a Maltese, and it told me that he had to. I guess he bit one of my sister's friends when I was at camp one summer. So my parents told me that he went to a farm, and I'm telling you, it was about 10 years ago where they told me that they had to put him down. Or my sister told me that he didn't really go to a farm. He had to be put down for my parents not to get sued. So I mean, like, I guess you believe anything as a kid, but yeah, he was not friendly.
That's well, they
I've always
do.
had.
They're crazy, some of them, absolutely, because they're inbred, and it's happening to Labradors a lot because people want Labradors. They're overbreeding them and inbreeding them, and some of them are quite aggressive animals now that you never associate Labradors with being aggressive or dangerous, but it's turning that way.
That's
So
bad.
you order food off Amazon. Tell me more about that. I'm curious now. How often? What kind of food?
Generally I try to get him like grain-free kind of food. It's kind of funny because I'll switch among the brands. It depends, they kind of do a subscribe and save discount on your first one. So then I'll try
Okay.
to look around and see which good food I can find for the best price. And then I'll just change if it, usually I get about a 30-pound bag, which will last me, I would say probably at least 3 months or so, I think.
Okay.
It's really great when I can give him fresh bones because that helps his teeth. I should take him to the vet to go to the dentist, but
do you buy
haven't.
fresh bones, or do you just give him fresh bones?
Sometimes we get them from the neighbors when they, you know, slaughter a cow or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have bought them from the butcher before. You can buy them as well, but I think the fresh ones are
For his teeth.
better. Yeah, he actually needs to go to the vet. I've been putting it off, but I should take him. I just don't. I know it's an expensive procedure that they have to put him out, and I don't know. I feel bad about it.
To do what though? To do what?
To clean it, to clean the teeth. They got a lot of buildup now that he's 12. He's just old, but he's still pretty lively for an older dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he walks with every day.
Excellent. That's really nice to hear. I know smaller dogs live longer than older, bigger dogs. So.
Yeah, he's about 22, 23 pounds or so. So I think he's got a few good years left in him. I would hope. Seems like it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I am a dog person. I could never get rid of a dog. I mean, I could never not have a dog, even if we had a cat. The cat I'm a little bit allergic to cats, but luckily with Billy, it's been better because we had him as such a little baby that I'm okay with him.
But you're still allergic?
A little. It depends. I mean, depends on it could be other things as well, but yes, I'm allergic to cats.
And its name is Billy, right? It's a boy?
Yes, he's 2.
Okay.
He's a really pretty cat. He looks like the cat in those memes, but the white cat.
Yes. Cute.
He goes out at night and hunts at like midnight for about 4 or 5 hours every night.
What does he hunt?
Like little field mice or rabbits or lizards or whatever. Hopefully he's not the prey and he's the hunter.
Does that worry you?
It does. But I feel like he needs to live he needs his freedom. So I don't want any cries like I can't live with that. He just wants to go outside. He needs to go hunt. It's his nature. I can't deny him that. But I do get nervous, But I mean, for the past year, he's done it almost every night. So I think he kind of knows his way around our property. I hope.
Excellent.
And there's some nights where I think he can sense a bigger predator and he won't go out. It's interesting.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Like what kind of bigger predator?
Well, we have mountain lions, coyotes, javelina. Do you know what javelina are?
No, I've never heard of that.
They look like pigs, like wild pigs, but they're not actually a pig. They're like some kind of giant rat or something disgusting.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Yeah, and they're aggressive. And they eat everything.
Oh really? Like pigs?
Yeah.
They eat meat, veg, anything that's in front of them.
Everything.
God.
I think so. Yeah, and they'll attack pets, so you have to be kind of careful.
Wow. Okay. And how big are they? About the size of a pig, or
if they feel threatened?
Okay.
Yeah. Some are. It depends on the age. I think some of the younger ones are smaller, and then the older ones are pretty big. Like I think they come up to about mid thigh, or knee on a man, mid thigh on me. I'm short.
Interesting.
But yeah, you don't want to mess with them.
Okay, let's I mean that was really interesting just seeing. What about, are there any physical stores that you have any contacts with around your pet, or not really?
I mean, I was actually going to try and put Billy on a leash before we were scared to let him go outside. We thought, let's see if we can train him to do a leash. So we went to, I think it was like PetSmart or something. There's a PetSmart in town.
Right.
It's about 40 miles away. I mean, it's generally just, but we did get it there, and he hated it. It was a fail.
I'm just writing this down.
Yeah, I think like the major chain pet stores are pretty expensive, honestly. Okay. Unless you need something that day, you can pretty much get it anywhere or online from those stores cheaper, and they'll deliver it.
And and Amazon is the only online resource platform that you use, or are there other online digital shops?
For pet food or everything?
Pet food, but anything else? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it just depends on what I need and what kind of what I can find for the best quality for the best price.
But generally for pet food?
Generally Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then this might sound weird. I'm trying to understand a little bit about the future in the context of your pets and your hopes, goals, long-term, short-term, and you can interpret that how you like, that question, and answer me however you like.
Well, I just hope that Rocky lives the rest of his life like happy and not in pain. So I just want him to enjoy his, I know hopefully you last longer than your pets, but Rocky is getting up there, so I know I will be having to deal with that soon. This is my second set of animals. Usually I have about 2 or 3 dogs at a time.
Right.
So he's the last of my second set. So I have gone through this before. And one of the dogs I lost, which was really devastating. It was almost worse than my divorce. Yeah, it pretty much was, actually. That was a little Chihuahua that was just the sweetest thing. I went on vacation, and the people I left her with put her out back. I told them not to, and she ran away. I never found her again, and it was so sad. It was just horrible.
This happened to your Chihuahua?
Yeah, that was about 20 years ago.
Oh,
That's all.
wow.
hmm It was really sad. I mean, I raised her. We got her from a friend whose dog had puppies. And that dog was actually from Mexico. So I had like a first generation Mexican American little Chihuahua that was so
Right,
cute.
right.
She was, it was right at the time when Taco Bell had that Chihuahua campaign. And she was the same size, same coloring. I have a picture of them all together. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen. A little doll. Everyone loved her. I used to bring her to work in a little pouch. I used to teach Pilates. So I'd bring her to the studio. Everyone just loved her. It was so sad. It was so horrible losing her. I mean, that is one of like the biggest tragedies of my life. I guess I'm lucky and grateful that I can say that that's the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but that's one of the worst things that's ever happened.
Wow. Yeah, I
I
mean,
know it's like first world problem, but
well, no. I mean, listen, in 1975, when I was 10 years old, I'm a 65 baby, we went to Iran for the last time, we thought, because
wow.
I was born in the UK. And we took a Welsh Corgi with us.
Oh,
And this dog just escaped, ran away all the time. And I used to go to the American Community School in Tehran. And it made my life miserable. I was depressed, sad all the time because this dog. And then we discovered that one of the neighbors, who didn't realize it belonged to us, had adopted it and taken it to their farm in the outskirts of the city, and it was living
that's
on the
nice.
farm. So, yeah, but it was Timmy, his name was, and he was just such an energetic dog. He had to run. He couldn't live in an apartment.
So he belonged on a farm. He
Yeah,
kind of ended up where he belonged, yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
But it's
But
still sad and it's still hard. I know someone found my dog Pinky. I know someone found her, but because I call it, they never found her body anywhere. I mean,
right.
anything
So
like that.
somebody found her and look, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
she was super sweet. And she was like a dog that people would pay for, like even though I didn't. She was a deer head chihuahua. She was just beautiful. I mean, she was gorgeous.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was
Oh,
sad. So for Rocky, I hope he's comfortable. Billy, like I I do want to get another dog. So I'm gonna get probably a bigger dog than Rocky because I want to be able to I want him to be easier to walk with, just be able to handle longer hikes, more mountainous area that like, we live in. And it's just kind of nice to have a bigger dog for that. So
okay. So you actually
usually
want
I'm
a
a
bigger.
small dog person.
Okay, so you want a
Yeah.
bigger dog. What? Sorry, explain to me what the reason for the bigger dog is again.
To go on longer walks and just handle it better. And also maybe for a little bit of protection. I don't
Well,
know. We'll see. Just
out of three interviews, you're the second person who said a bigger dog for more protection.
hmm,
That's interesting.
I I actually carry a gun when I walk.
You carry
It's
a
not
gun
for
when you
people.
walk.
It's not really for people. It's more for like animals or like or if
Oh,
I'm in trouble and I need a warning shot or
oh, I
something
see.
like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I'm like the stereotypical American here. I don't know.
What do
I
you
eat
carry?
bacon
What
too.
kind of gun? What kind of gun? What kind of gun do you carry?
6 hour. It's a small one. It just fits on my waist.
Okay, cool.
I've never had to use it, thank God.
Thank God. Yeah. No,
But
I have a
everyone in the neighborhood was like, "You can't walk without one."
really. That's interesting. Okay. Well, no, I have a cousin who lives in LA. He carries concealed weapons. He's got a license to carry concealed weapons. So I know
Shoot.
the thing, the gun carrying thing. Um, uh, so I'm just taking notes. Apologies.
Oh, that's
So
okay. Yeah, no, I think that's great. I mean, I think more people. It'd be a safer world if more people were armed and knew how to use it, and could stop other people, bad people.
Sure. Just on you were talking about Rocky having a happy life. What other things like that are you concerned with, just in terms of happiness of
I mean,
your
they
yourself
seem pretty
around you.
happy. I don't know. Yeah, they give me joy. I love just being around them. They're great company and companions, and they actually play together, which is really cute. I'll if I have some on video, I'll send the video to Rachel because
Yeah, 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 yeah,
it's
yeah.
really cute.
Absolutely.
So dogs and cats can get along.
Fantastic. My dog would kill a cat. Mind you, I don't think it would actually succeed in doing it, but she goes nuts when she sees a cat.
Oh yeah, some dogs are. That's what was so amazing about Rocky, because he did start barking when he found Billy. He was just barking, and we scooped him up. But then when they got around each other for a while, and Billy wasn't so shell shocked, they always got along. They would all lay together. It's very cute.
Excellent.
And then they'd play, and Billy will swat their butts, and it's really sweet.
Now I want to ask you a little bit about, we call this the magic wand question. And the reason why we call it the magic wand question is if there is anything you would change around you to improve things when it comes to your pets or your life in the context of pets, what might that be? And also just rolled into that question is just your challenges.
It is hard to go away without them. The whole separation thing is is a challenge, because it's you can't take them everywhere, and I'm actually a little worried. We got a trailer so that we can go on vacation. It gets very hot here in the summer, so it's nice to be able to, and it'll be easy to take the dog. But the cat, I don't know if we can take him, because he likes to go out every night. And if we're in a place where he doesn't know, and then I don't want him crying all night, in the trailer. Like I couldn't live with that. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, actually. And then, so if I don't take him, then I have to find, a neighbor, someone to take care of him, which is, you have to ask other people, or, it's just an imposition that I would rather. If I could have something that would watch him without, like a robot or something that would feed him and water him, that'd be great. But I don't know if that exists yet. So that's one of my main concerns about having dogs. Another one is I would like there to be some kind of tooth treatment for Rocky that wasn't so invasive and medical, but I haven't really found it yet. I get him bones stuff, And I worry about snake bites or scorpion bites or something, but other than that, they're really easy pets. They're pretty, as far as I see people with farm animals, and that takes a lot more work.
Right, I'll bet.
Yeah. So I don't have that many concerns, but I guess those would be a few of them.
And sorry, I just looked across, and both my sons have come downstairs. I have no idea why. They never usually come downstairs ever. But here they are.
Are they in school yet?
They are. No, we're not back to school yet, but they will be next week. Actually, it starts again.
Oh, nice.
We did have a lockdown. They'll start university next year. They're
wow.
nearly 18, and
wow. Are they twins?
Yes, they are. They're twins, not identical, but they're twins.
Nice.
And then I have a 12-year-old daughter, and then I have Molly, who's my favorite child of all three. The best behaved.
Nice. I don't have children. My pets are my children.
Yeah, with a lot of people, absolutely. And how? I'm curious. You started that. How are they your children? Would you say? Do they actually fill that place for them? Do you?
Yes, they do. Because I don't have kids, but I have something little that I can cuddle with. It doesn't talk. It's like they're actually better than kids.
Yes,
they're a little bit cheaper, and they don't talk back. And then they won't live in your basement forever.
Excellent.
No, I just never had kids, so I don't have that experience. But I'm not like the crazy lady who will get a carriage for their dog or anything. Like, I don't treat them like physical kids, like actual kids, but
Sure,
they
sure,
are
sure.
my babies.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you can think of along the kind of day-to-day challenges, no matter how slight, of having a pet?
Um, well, I guess like Rocky's nails, he doesn't like me to touch his paws.
Yeah,
So
same
I
here.
have a hard time. I have a really hard time with that. And then, like I don't always want to take them to a groomer and they have a hard time with it. So I saw this sling where they had the dog like
Yes,
hanging and they
yes.
couldn't move. And
I've seen that.
the
Yeah,
nail.
yeah.
I'm thinking I might need that. But yeah, it's a little rough. But he's pretty maintenance free. I mean, he's really a good dog. He's not fancy. He's just like kind of a mutt. So
Yeah. But they're the healthiest, right? They've got the least sort
I
of
think
health
so.
issues, and yeah.
Yeah, I really haven't had any health issues with him. Knock on wood.
Touch wood. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, he's a really good boy. He's super sweet, and he likes his treats and listens pretty well. I mean, he's a dog, you know. He's just happy to be. He just likes to be around me. He's probably more my dog than my husband's, because my
Okay.
husband disciplined him a little more.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like his mom, you know.
Well, Molly started being my dog when I was the one who went and got her, but over the years she's become my wife's dog. So
Uh-huh.
if she has a choice of who to lie next to, she'll go to my wife's side and lie there, and it's really interesting.
Aw.
But so you know
Yeah,
what?
our it's funny because I don't let the dog sleep in the bed, but sometimes the cat sleeps at the end of the bed. You can't really tell a cat what to do. You can
No.
tell a dog what to do, but you can't tell a cat.
Okay.
Oh. But he likes to be on the floor, close to me or in his bed. Even he'll sleep in another room sometimes in his bed. He's good.
Okay. Well, I think I've covered everything I need to cover. I mean, is there, what we're trying to do basically is to understand the challenges that pet owners face, among other things, and then try to kind of map it and see what we can fix or what we should leave alone. Or that's why I mentioned the magic wand thing earlier on. If there was something around you that you could just, with a swish of a wand, change, what might that be? I mean, if you can't think of anything, I'm not going to force you to, but I'm just opening it up
Yeah.
so that.
The only thing I would think of is like a virtual pet sitter that could actually like do things in your house. That would be cool.
Wow. How would that work?
I don't know. That's a magic wand thing. Like, it would have to be somehow where it was some automated like food and water system. The virtual assistant or robot or whoever it would be on a timer or whatever, or if it's empty, because I don't actually feed my dog at meal times. He has food out usually all the time. He eats when he wants.
Right.
Same with the cat. I've always done that. I've never been strict with food. So if the virtual assistant could somehow make sure there's food and water there, and then also, well, I guess they'd need a place to go. I mean, a cat's okay, but a dog, if you could have some sort of way to let the dog out.
What about a dog flap? What about a dog flap?
So if you could, you know what? That scares me because I don't know what's going to come in. There's not a dog, like a fox or snake or something. I don't know. We were thinking about that because we wanted actually one for the cat because he goes out all night. He bugs me all night to go out, and I have to let him in. I have a door to the. We have a wraparound porch, so there's a door in the bedroom. I can let him out in
Oh,
the
I see.
bedroom.
That's useful. That's good.
But yeah, but he bugs me all night, so it's kind of. Luckily, he's so cute.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, listen, thank you so much, Lisa. It's been a great
Thank you.
conversation. And I don't know what time it is over there,
Do you
but I'm
pronounce your
guessing
name Siamack?
you pronounced it like an Iranian would pronounce it. So it's my wife calls me Siamack. You don't have to pronounce the A. But if you were Iranian, you'd say
Okay,
you'd
Siamack.
say Siamack. Yeah, but you can just say
Siamack.
Siamack. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it was a pleasure meeting you.
yeah, lovely to meet you. And I'm very jealous of your 31 acres of land and the walks that you go on. And it's fantastic. So
Oh, you can't see anything out the mirror. Let's see if I can go outside. Whoa, for a second. Can you see anything? Oh, yeah.
oh my
can, right?
goodness, that really is like the Wild West, isn't it? That's proper out in the
And we
sticks.
just got this mountain dug out to bring our trailer up. See it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
we're like
that's your
up on
house.
top of the hill. That's my house. Yeah,
Do
it's
you
great.
remember that?
I
Do you
love it
remember
here.
that? Do you remember that TV show Petrocelli years ago?
No.
It was an American
British?
TV show. No, it was an American TV show, and it was a bit like the Rockford Files. If you remember the Rockford Files, do you remember the Rockford Files?
I do remember that.
Yeah, but there was also Petrocelli, and there was this lawyer who lived in a caravan while he was building his house, and it was all about his every episode was a legal case or something. But over 3 seasons, he never finished his house. So it was always coming up in the radio breakfast show about why hasn't Petrocelli finished building his house. But I just thought you're obviously
I'm gonna look that up.
Good. Well, I'll leave you now. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for talking to me, and thank you for showing me around your house. That's amazing.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.